You're not
Jim's boogieing away to the dramatic music there.
I can't hear the music, but
I can't hear the music.
that's the least of my problems right now. We established that Milton's a bit dad bod. He's got some armour on. Darzin, what are you rocking?
The very rough and tattered, like vaguely kind of like silk or tan-esque purple shirt, and then a very long, very tattered Vistani kind of like woolen leather coat.
Oh yeah, it'll pick you instead. Okay.
Squishy.
It's still really slow. I'm gonna... Oh, because I'm in a different browser. The settings have all gone back to high.
Cookies.
Right,
You
frame
delete
rate.
your cookies, you lose all that.
Well, I've just never used it in
Not the
Firefox.
cookies, please.
Mine cookies.
Okay.
Leave the cookies alone.
It's okay, Crowfoot. Don't worry.
Go on,
about
do the
Dairy
subs.
Vampire.
Do the Simpsons impression.
Oh, don't make me run, I'm so full of chocolate.
Let's turn off the dice as well. Now I've changed my settings. It's gone to black screen again.
Says you're back in.
I assume it's just refreshing. Let's just see whether it does.
Write this thing from inside the door. That's my advice.
How is everyone?
Good.
Nice.
I've only just noticed the lovely sun statue on the altar.
Let's have a look now. Oh yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think it is. I mean, it's the Orphanage, so...
Oh yeah, I thought it was a hairy lantern, but your guess is probably better.
Just have a black screen.
Okay. Have you got any like the menus or anything?
No, I just have a Foundry logo in the corner and a black screen.
Fair, in like 30 odd episodes, it's the first time we've had this happen, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, it is bad, but it's not. It's like we've had a pretty good run. Bound to happen at some point.
Oh yeah, this.
We're not going to have these problems in February.
Are we going to stream that?
We'll have a whole different host of problems.
Yeah, people lag is the worst kind. No, we're not going to stream it. We might record the audio. I don't think it'll be possible to stream it. We don't even know what the internet's going to be like there.
Yeah.
It might be like a piece of wet string.
Especially with all of us on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try Edge and
Okay.
then I don't know what to do.
The biggest insult to Firefox would be is if Edge outperforms it.
Edge is actually alright nowadays. No one uses it, but it's alright.
There goes
My degree.
our Edge sponsorship.
We were never gonna get sponsored by Microsoft. They just brought
Well-
Activision. They don't need us.
You shouldn't dismiss it. We've got an average of 3 viewers now, so I mean that could double the users of Edge if they all downloaded it.
Think on, Gatesy, if you're watching.
Yep. There we go. He's
I
definitely.
don't know
not
who the half
sponsorship.
user is, but
The half user is the one who is just like accidentally clicked on something that's opened it and is now going to delete it.
Why are the dice still rolling? Oh, fuck it.
I don't know. But you know they're rolling, so that's a good sign.
That misses.
Yep.
One more.
Oh,
Is there still music? I don't know anymore.
I can still hear music.
Oh, that's nice.
We're all still logged in, so we're good.
You assumably Neo dance out of the way, and that's all the
I've just
vampire
slide
can
out the
do.
way.
Mick,
Mick's gonna keep an eye out back, and then what do I do? And then she will just run 30 feet in there. Shout out to the priest. Is the priest the one right in front of me?
yes, he is.
Bones! She'll just throw the book. Start in front of her. I don't know what I don't know what you need to do with those, but bones.
Give them to me, thank you.
And I'll turn around and if dropping something is a free action, can I still use my action to shoot an Eldritch Blast?
Yes. Yeah, you don't have a 10 feet reach, so I guess you just drop them.
I literally just dropped them on the floor. Because he was looking backwards, he was running. It's like, bones! And then just turns around to shoot at the vampire.
You drop the bones of an ancient saint on the floor.
Sacred bones.
Yeah, she doesn't give a
He
shit.
can't get any more dead, to be fair.
Where's the reverence?
Hits.
Eldritch Blast.
So it's gonna this.
Nice.
Okay. So 2 of those are thunder damage. So as the blast hits him, you can hear like a massive boom, like basically a crackling thunder.
The people gathered in the church. You'll hear some of them scream and like shy away from you I mean, you're quite scary to them in a I've never seen folk like you before way anyway.
Yeah.
And he will move up to the... No, he'll pick up the bones and move up to the altar. I'll just, for the sake of ease, add him in.
Fucking goddamn.
Ah, the Lucian's hench.
And Darzin.
So Darzin is going to use his Tales from Beyond feature, which I have remembered to roll for the last time we had the start of a day. It's the Tale of the Beguiler. So I would like the vampire to make a DC 14 Wisdom save, please.
Okie.
If it fails, it takes 2d6 damage and is incapacitated. No, he's fine. Fuck. Okay, well, nothing happens then, so I'm just stood there looking like a twat.
Please.
Bardic Inspiration on someone? Who else is there?
Irina?
I mean, she's probably just going to run, so Bardic Inspiration on Nick.
How do you give him inspiration?
Probably just screaming.
Jazz flute.
Yeah, sure, jazz flute. I was just gonna have him scream, "Don't hit me, hit that thing!" But yeah, suddenly he'll take out his flute and he'll do a little jaunty tune after he finishes telling this horrifically shit story that
Slide
the
into
vampire.
the pew, playing it, and then disappear again.
All right.
Vampire is just looking at you, Darzin, like, what are you doing?
Is this the time to play a tune?
Being majestic.
Yeah, Irina will use... Well, she's in then, so I can put her in 30 feet. She doesn't have anything ranged. She will use no, she won't actually. She'll go help the priest. I want her to seem useful. And Olav, you are now in the scene.
Am I where I am, or am I sort of over here somewhere?
Yeah, I guess you'd actually no, because that's the whole. I haven't worked out the geography of this. Where would you like to be?
I'm assuming I'm on the road somewhere, but I don't know how far away I am.
I'd like you to be wearing that vampire as a hat.
I'm not sure how that works, but
This is the road, isn't it, in front of the church? So I guess you'd be more like
even further away. Okay, right.
Good morning.
I am going to. I don't even know what my movement is. I'm going to move forward 30 feet. For some reason, it's gone red on 30 feet. I don't know why that is. I think it's because I moved over from there, yeah. And then I'm going to dash. Action dash to get into combat.
okay.
That is all I can do, and I'll just say, Milton, get in the church. My accent went slightly Swedish there for some reason.
Very kind of get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. And you will see Olav's weird, like, missing arm sort of turn into this blue spectral appendage that will appear. Appendage is not a good word, is it?
Father Lucian will place the bones on the altar, and you'll see him sort of close. He's trembling a bit as he can see the scene through the open doors as he starts to mutter some words under his breath and closes his eyes. Cauliflower stays there, or are you bringing him in?
Yes, might as well fly inside.
There we go. Cauliflower's in. Milton.
Milton will cast a spell. And that spell will be, when I can get my character sheet up, it will be Protection from Good and Evil. And I'll be casting that on Darcy.
Ooh.
And with that, Milton will... Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Run into the church.
You are in melee, so it will get an opportunity attack.
Correct.
Close.
That misses.
Hey, Jesus. Okay.
It's a bit further down the organisation, I think. It's a slow burner.
Very nice. Faced with just you two, it will see your spectral arm and think there's no blood in you, and go for Darzan again.
Hooray!
Would be right.
So, it will have disadvantage if it is Celestial,
Undead.
Elemental, Fey, Fiend, and Undead.
Disadvantage. Oh,
Double rubbish.
at least it gets 2 attacks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that was a natural penny.
Thank you for
It
that, then,
was.
Milton.
What's your armor class?
15.
Yeah, he's fine.
Hey. I don't know why I was thinking you were Drodin, but you're not. You're Darzin.
I do like my D names because
Yes.
they're all dicks.
If I was you, I would. Oh, you've had your go. Oh, no, you haven't had your go. It's already used its reaction, although it's its go
Deciding whether
now.
to move.
So will it get a new reaction once it's had its go? Or
Yeah.
balls?
Don't change safe yet, anyway, so. I don't think.
Oh, fuck, let's just see what happens. Darzin and Olaf, would you like to make opportunity attacks? I'm about to move.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's a 23 to hit with Darzin's rapier.
Mm-hmm. Hits.
It's an 11.
Whole 6 piercing damage.
11 doesn't hit.
Olaf gets to see Darzin use his actual sword for the first time.
I did not know you could do that.
I've been here for a long time.
Oh dear. I guess the church is a public building and therefore invitations are automatically considered to be in place.
Mick is going to be very original and cast Body Blast.
Like it.
Well,
It's been
actually,
quite effective so far.
am I seeing everyone else trying to run away from this thing? Basically, are you all moving as if you're running away from it?
Yeah, they've all been moving into the church.
Okay.
Although it has just followed you.
Okay.
I think it's trying to stop the bones from being.
Right.
Whatever
Mick is going to step right here, and it's going to be like, "Sorry, Milton," and she's going to put her hands together, mutter some words, pull out a legume seed, which she's going to chew, and it's going to blow, casting gust of wind. So I don't know how to turn this thing. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Where? There it is. No, that's Irina.
Probably be more fitting if the materials for that was dairy. Don't know if you'd agree. Maybe that's just me. Oh, you get. I didn't realise that 20 was the creatures, and that's very disappointing.
Does anything happen when it saves?
Well, it's still going to be difficult terrain, so it's not going to move away. Milton is going to move back 15 feet, and also everyone that's there. And actually, I'm gonna place it here. So I was trying to measure with the template, so she will have moved to this point.
Oh, so do I need to roll strength as well?
No, it's not going to get to you.
Okay.
It's going to affect Irina, though.
Irina will, unfortunately. She wasn't paying too close attention. Yeah, so...
Can I add my bardic inspiration? It's not a saving throw.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the dice? Is it 6?
Yeah, D6. I don't have D8s for inspiration yet. Ooh, you saucy bitch.
So that'll put me at a save then, so I don't need to move back.
So each creature that starts its turn in that line needs to make a saving throw, and it's difficult to range that line.
It's half movement.
Cool.
Yes.
Anything else?
So it lasts for a minute, does it? 10 rounds.
Yes.
Oof. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And no, that's all. Thank you.
Although that means I can't get to her now.
Massive tornado.
Does it?
Well, I was going to chase after it, but that's made a bit of an awkward pop of it, hasn't it?
There's a gap on the left, so there's a spot on the
yeah.
left. This 5 feet. Yeah.
So Darlison is going to just move up this way.
Like a Gulf Stream.
He'll move with his dash action, and then he'll try and sneak into this little spot here in front of it. Because at least if he gets pushed backwards, he's going to clash into it.
Okay.
And he'll even walk into the gust being like, "This is a really stupid idea."
Anything else? Any bonus action or whatever?
I don't think I have any significant bonus actions.
No.
No, yeah, that's it for Darlison.
Irina will move out of the difficult terrain.
Did she make a death saving throw?
Oh shit! Yeah.
She did, yes. Strength saving.
Not so good.
No, she made it before, so it's when she starts her turn in it. So so what she made before was fine. Because that was a 16, wasn't it?
Yeah, she made it last time.
Yeah, so she wasn't supposed to do it as soon as I cast this. Supposed to do it on the beginning of her turn, so it's fine.
Oh right, so okay. So then she moves, and she's just going to take out her rapier and stand to defend the priest. I'll call that a held action for if it comes into melee range, which is unlikely. Olaf.
I guess I will move in. I don't think I can get to her now. So it would be, yeah, it would be 30 feet, but 20 of it is... I'm gonna... If I run into that window, I'm gonna have to do a strength save, right?
On the beginning of your next turn.
Okay, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna use my action to dash and run in front of her and just bring his shield up and his morning star and just be trying to stop it from getting past. That's all I can do.
Okie dokie. Nice. Evolution. Okay. He doesn't have this spell, but I know what the bones do.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you can kind of move in and out of it, but if you end your turn in it, it means next turn you could get blown over basically, or blown away. Makes sense.
Sorry, checking something.
I'm going to try and grapple this thing if I can actually get a turn where I can use a turn.
That was my plan before the gust started.
If I hadn't have used my telekinetic movement on Alysandir, I could have used it on myself. And I could have just moved myself into it, but I didn't think of that.
Interesting.
I'm concerned about that interesting.
How long does it take to reconsecrate? It's probably going to be a minute, isn't it? It's going to be 10 rounds. I don't know. Milton? How long does it take to... is it a ceremony or is it 10 minutes, which is...
If it's ceremony, I don't have that further yet.
Oh.
Ceremony is a casting time of 1 hour.
Yeah, that doesn't cover it though, does it, either?
I feel better now. But I've got to give you a reward for being there, so you will see.
Consecrate is a spell. Takes a minute.
That's not the spell. But I'm interested in that as an alternative now.
It's a second level spell. But it's only 15-foot radius.
Yeah, that's not what he was doing. He was activating the hallow that is on the bones, which takes 24
hallow.
years.
It's
24
what?
years.
24 hours.
Oh dear.
Oh well. Nice knowing you all.
But it can have an additional effect, which... well, it would be after the 24 hours, wouldn't it? So at the moment, nothing is happening.
No.
No. Okay.
That'd be a cool spell. Never even knew about that.
What? Consecration. Oh.
I
Yeah.
always knew it was Hallow, but as I said, I didn't prep, so I wasn't sure how Hallow worked. But 24 hours. So Father Lucian is just going to have to cry out. We just need to keep the bones on the ground. It's not going to do anything while 24 hours.
Are you okay, Father?
There's a vampire in my church. I was not prepared for this. Yeah, feels relevant, Father Lucian. Feels relevant. Is that all Cauliflower does?
Yes, just gonna move.
Milton?
Now then. Difficult terrain, is it? I'm going to just move forward one there, just to try and block it off a bit.
Yeah, did you make a strength save before on your last turn?
Yeah, everyone
On the
did.
last turn, yeah.
If you rolled 15, less than 15, then you have to move back 15.
I Bardic Inspiration and saved it.
Oh, fair enough.
Everyone's saved, so
Yeah.
it just became difficult terrain.
So I'm gonna Toll the Dead. Which
They're
is
very apt.
a wisdom save.
Why do I keep losing my vampire? There we go. Not disadvantage, that's just when Darzan attacks?
Yeah.
I'll do more against undead. I don't know why. I always thought.
Okay. So we'll take
Ooh.
11 points of necrotic damage. I don't know if it has any resistances to that.
Yes, it does. So it doesn't look like it did much.
Okay.
But everything you've been doing, apart from the magical, I mean, even still, you can see the health bar, because I haven't enabled that useful module. Because I was
Okay.
not prepped.
I can't see
Looks
its
like
health
it's
bar.
doing little bits. Oh, you can't?
No.
No.
It still looks alright. You've been hitting it, but it's doing very
Is it
little damage. Glancing blows. It doesn't seem
Is it
phased by you
healing?
at all. No. You don't see any evidence that it's healing.
It should be recovering some HP in the beginning of the turn, from what I'm mistaken. It's a
Yeah,
vampire.
it's 10 usually.
Oh yeah, thank you. Unless it
Should've-
took
should've-
radiant. Okay, no, that's all good to know, and I'm not going to say any more. Start of its turn. There we go. That's my own ignorance. Sorry, Milton. Anything else?
No, I'm just going to stay there and try and get in the way.
Its turn. Bones melting, bones melting, bones melting. Bones. Opportunity attacks, 11 Milton?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. You can't grapple as a reaction, can you? I'm pretty sure you can't. This is a shame.
I've lost my hammer, so I'll just swing with this mace that I've got in my inventory instead.
Did it roll a strength saving throw? Because it needs to do that at the beginning of the turn.
How did you lose your hammer?
Yeah, everyone passed, Nick.
No, you need, like, every time at the beginning of the turn you need to do it.
Oh, every...
Yeah, as long as they're within that. If they start the turn within the gust of wind, they need to be making a strength saving throw.
And it may. Oh, then you'd still get an opportunity attack. So. See.
Or if it's an involuntary movement, then we wouldn't get opportunity attacks,
Also,
would we?
there's no opportunity attack. Yeah, so we'll move 15
Yeah.
feet out whenever it gets an opportunity attack.
I missed anyway, so.
Did you hit, Olaf?
I did, but
Oh
if
wait,
it's
it wouldn't get
involuntary,
to you. So 1,
no,
2.
if it's involuntary movement, there's no.
No, it's still going to try and run past you.
Oh,
is the
okay.
thing. So 60.
So it's half movement for the wind, isn't it?
I mean, it's not an idiot. So 10, 20, and then the remaining. What is it? That's 40 left of its dashing.
Should have been spending double movement to get out of the thing.
Yeah, he did 10, 20, 40 to dash. Mick?
Mick is going to move here. It's going to use a bonus action to move the gust of wind temper. I'm going to post it again.
Nice.
So here's let's move that and then back to as much space as possible on the place. Yeah, so you don't make a strength saving throw now, you make it at the beginning of your turn. So yeah, I'm gonna delete the other one if I'm allowed to. Don't know if I would be. Yeah. And then she's also, with her action, shoot an Eldritch Blast.
That's 10, 15 feet wide instead of 10 feet.
Yeah, I might have probably twice.
That's alright, but are you going for Irene, the side with Irina and Milton, or the other side?
The side with the thing, so it would be.
Oh, great.
So it's a crit, so I'm gonna roll the damage for that.
Mm-hmm.
18, 2 of which is thunder damage. That matters. There is force damage.
Ooh, that annoyed it. Everything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to place it. She's still gonna place it here, but she's trying to annoy it as much as possible. So, sorry everyone. That's everything.
Yup. Larsen.
Is our Jim muted?
He is, yeah. So he's going to move up next to Irina and he's going to throw a small salvo of magic missiles at it. So I will roll each of those. So that is 12 force damage in total.
Okay.
Also, I'm sorry the combat's taking so long, Hazel.
I was just gonna say, this is gonna take a while, so I think after this round I'll switch to the orphanage.
I don't mind.
Did you say 12 altogether?
Yeah. Unless my math is shit, which is entirely plausible.
Should have gone with Alysandir. Sorry, Hazel. Probably would have been more useful to you.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Irina makes the strength saving save. Saving save?
Saving save.
Throwing save.
Gets pushed back. 5, 10, 15.
Oh, no.
Oh. Well, she's there now, and she's a plucky bugger, so
No, she's a redhead. Stands to reason.
Yes.
it's
Nice.
Oh,
Not better than
Aw.
nothing. It's more than I've done.
it. And finally, Olaf.
Okay, I'm going to run to there, outside of the wind, and then blip in. I am going to use Action Surge. Give me an extra action. So I am going to attack her with the first one. 22.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
what you will see is as he attacks her with the Morning Star, you will see this spectral woman with a hood up come up behind the vampire, sort of rise up out of the floor. You can see half her face is missing. It's just a skull on one side, and then quite a beautiful young woman on the other. And she will like stab her in the back with a spectral knife, which will. So that will do an extra. That will do 3 force damage, and then the Morning Star will do 6 piercing damage. Should that not be bludgeoning?
not for morning stars. No, the little spikes on it.
Ah,
It's weird.
so-
Yeah, I've looked at that.
So I'm guessing
before.
that's 6 altogether. I don't know if it's immune to sonics, but with the second, use my action surge with my second attack, I'm going to try and grapple it, so it can't go anywhere. Which is a contested strength roll. Is that ability check?
Yeah, it is. It's strength, isn't it?
Come on.
I'm not selecting the vampire.
It's a saving throw. So,
Oh. Sorry, I rolled ability check. I don't know what the difference.
I thought it was, yeah. Why have you done that?
if you're a fighter, I don't think there is an option.
So it would be an extra 2, so it would be 15, not 13. Or you can take the second one if you prefer.
I believe it's possible.
I can take the first one. Saving throw.
It does say it's a check, not a saving throw.
I think either way it's too strong for me. Probably with his spectral arm just can't get a strong enough grip.
Either way, yeah, I rolled higher.
It's a saving throw, yes, definitely.
Mhm.
Post it again.
Anything else from Olaf?
How much did I use? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, I can't. I was going to move in front of it, but I can't. I don't think, because I've only got 5 left. And I'm not going to step out of it because that leaves Irina on her own. That's it.
Oh. Talk amongst yourselves. I've got an orphanage to set up.
Well, Olaf, I could get up behind you and keep casting guidance on you to help you with grapple checks,
Don't know what else to do. I'm not.
or I can be a
Bizarrely,
source of...
I'm not going to damage it. I would just nuke it.
radiant
From orbit.
damage, and I think the radiant damage will stop itself from healing.
Go for it. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, I mean, we can try and grapple it, but we've got 24 hours to wait, so we need to kill it.
We do. Yeah, we do. I thought I had a good chance of grappling it with an 18 strength, but I
Yeah,
just got unlucky on the roll.
nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
It is. I got no chance of doing anything significant. It's going to heal whatever I do to it every round, unless even if I roll max damage, it's. I'm just trying to think what I can do that's most useful. Try a shove attack to push it over. That would reduce its movement even further.
Oh,
Because it's prone, it uses half to get up, and then it's half movement of whatever's left.
there isn't
Would that be
anything
worth?
in the church here, like holy water or anything.
That's the reason, doesn't it? It's a church.
I'll give you. You could see some up by where Father Lucian is. That seems absolutely fair.
Now then.
Well, yeah, Father Lucian would have some on his person because he's a priest. So
What would be most useful for me to do? Shall I try shoving it? Knock it prone?
I think if you can keep either trying to grapple it or knock it prone, stop it moving really. We don't want it to get to any of the squishy NPCs.
Yeah, and you just concentrate on damaging it. I think all the casters are more likely to.
Yeah, there's
Be doing
Eldritch Blast
useful
coming
damage.
in. I'll be doing Sacred Flame. Darzin can do what Darzin does.
Fire bolts and
Jazz flute.
Yeah.
I wanted to diss a second character of Jim's.
No, I have ideas of what Darzin does. I'm not as lost as I am with Snitch.
Just have you seen that? I posted it. That Viva La Dirt League video of the bards in combat.
I saw the link. I haven't watched it.
It's so good. It's so good. They're all fighting it, and he's just singing little songs. You should feel the healing kicking in now.
I think I actually have seen it before.
It's like,
Gonna check
you
out
saw
now.
it's working. I'm not brave enough to play a bard. I wouldn't. Yeah, respect to anyone that can.
Going to be right back.
no, this is a really exciting episode.
I'd like to give Bard a go one day.
I did play a bard in Adventurers League, and I think I just went the easy route and had him. He had a drum, and he would just play the drum in battle, and it would just G them up. But like Darzin, he had jazz flute as well. Because
Why wouldn't you?
why wouldn't you? There's like 3 lots of twins in this. 4 lots of twins in this church.
I enjoyed the bard. I found it a bit tricky to make him useful.
Yeah, because Neven was a bard, wasn't he, originally?
Yeah.
The spirits, the ghosts and stuff were quite cool, but it was a bit random as to what you got, wasn't it, if I remember right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it would.
Yeah, you couldn't strategize in a way, shape, or form. Just whatever you roll. Which is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. But
Sometimes
sometimes you want to make a firm plan and go for it. Yeah. I remember it kicking off on the roof. We were chasing those demons across the roof, and you got the one that let you teleport the whole group. I mean, that was wicked, but it was just luck,
random.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just like could have been something entirely useless.
Yeah.
So that upset me.
Mm.
But I found it quite versatile. I enjoyed that. But then I don't just because we're in Waterdeep, a lot of the spells for a bard fit at kind of social encounters.
Yeah.
But then using magic out in the open like that in Waterdeep would have been incriminating.
Mm.
And that, so he was kind of stuck in those situations, not being able to use like his abilities. And then when we were in combat, didn't have a lot of combat abilities.
Yeah.
So yeah, that got a bit frustrating after a while.
Yeah. No, I think you made the right choice with the aberrant sorcerer. That's wicked. I love it. You're still coming out with stuff that I'm not seen before quite regularly. I think it's a good fit.
I've enjoyed that more than any other character I've played, just as a build.
Yeah.
Or also as a character.
Yeah. Well, thematically as well, that's really nice.
It's quite versatile. I like that about Legion. It's got lots of different tools for lots of different situations, but nothing immensely powerful that does a lot of damage. But it's kind of quite useful and annoying, like moving things around, moving people around. But he doesn't have like I've not given him like a fireball or something that's gonna immediately obliterate a thing.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. I think most of what I can find frustrating in D&D sometimes it's not the power level as much as the thing you're playing acting as it's intended to act, making you feel like you're playing what they said you were going to be playing.
Yeah.
I think that promise always delivered, or you don't always feel like you are playing that kind of thing that they promised in the description of the class of a subclass. That's definitely a bit annoying.
I do find there's a series of memes on TikTok which really make me laugh, where there could be like D&D 3.5 and they'll have like a monk and it'll be like a guy doing incredible martial arts, and it's got 5e monk and it'll just be some guy running into a wall, or do you know what I mean? And I don't know whether I'm remembering 3.5 through rose-tinted glasses. I probably am, but I do often feel in 5e it's like there's not as many options of what you can do. You don't feel feel like a powerful hero. You feel like it's like, oh, okay.
I'm sure you've sent me one of those, and it's like a 3.5 bard, and it's been like some person on a harp doing like very kind of like harmonic, operatic style, like symphony style shit, and then it's like a 5e bard, and it's just some random guy with a flute just like wailing. And I was like, I mean, it's kind of accurate for Darzin, but
I've not played 3.5e, but I've played kind of Pathfinder in video game form, which is kind of what it's based on 3.5e, and it's, kind of the same. Like a monk would have all these different attacks, and it feels quite distinct. And because they've oversimplified the system 5e, which is good because it allowed a lot of people to come into it, and not have this massive set of rules that they kind of need to at least build and feed kind of guidelines, and you take this feat and then you take that and that and that, and kind of, it's easier. But then if you playing for a while, and I have definitely, you kind of feel like every single character does the exact same thing, or there's 2 or 3 different things you can do, and that's kind of what you end up doing 90% of the time.
Yeah. Or I mean, and if you were to, and the other thing I think that I find is if you were to, for example, to play I don't know, well, Artificer in your game is a great example, where if you played 5e as per how the GM's guide says, where you have an adventuring day and you have 4 to 6 encounters and all of that stuff, you would have nothing. You would literally just be running around stabbing things with a dagger. Because you've used everything, and I think that's the same for most classes. It's like you just, and weirdly enough, I find in my other games I tend to do 2 or maybe 3 at the most encounters in a day that are a lot harder, because it feels more heroic and it feels more risky, rather than lots of medium encounters where you're you're blasting Eldritch Blast and I'm spamming my crossbow, and do you know what I mean? You want to feel like heroes.
That's the nobody's playing D&D the way the system was intended, obviously, because a huge part of that is critical role. Just one big encounter during the day or two, which is much better because people like to role play, and I think within 3 hours, in a bit of a skill challenge or a social challenge, and then a bit of role play and one big piece of combat, I think that's a lot more enjoyable, and then you can use all your abilities in that combat and have a blast, rather than go through basically dungeons, which nobody does anymore for the most part.
No. I mean, I'm running a dungeon for my other group, and it's really interesting because they don't design stuff like that anymore, but they're reluctant to use anything because they feel like they'll be empty. And I always think I think you're right. Matt Mercer does a big encounter with one big monster, and he carefully designs that monster so that it's just right for them all to use everything and be the hero. Yeah.
I think that's the hesitant to change the whole edition, obviously, because it's too big right now. So changing it would not be a good marketing strategy. They're gradually making changes, and you end up with a system where some of the options are in the original mentality, and some of the other options are in the newer mentality, and you end up classes and subclasses don't quite fit together.
Yeah.
Some of them very obviously designed for one encounter a day, and some of them are designed for 6. And that's kind of what's bugged me about it, and why again, if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be in this system. With full honesty, just because I don't feel like it's earning its name right now.
Yeah, they're talking about 5.5, but I don't know how much they're really going to change for the half edition. Because 3 to 3.5, I don't remember there being a huge difference. But I do remember feeling very distinct and very quite powerful. I still died, to be fair. And I think death was easier in 3.
For me, it's not the power as much. For example, Pathfinder, the characters are technically weaker. It's just like you have a lot more options for things to do.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel like, okay, well, I can do this, or maybe I can do that, maybe I can do that, and none of them particularly powerful, but you just kind of feel like you can be a little more creative on your turn rather than 1 or 2 basic actions.
Yeah.
And
The
again,
Orphanage looks in a bit of a dire state.
I think it looked like that before.
So, Alysandir, as you approach the orphanage, you would see Milivoy already looking a bit sooty. This little girl clinging to him as he tries to explain that he needs to go back inside.
Is he the kid that gave away the bones?
He's the guy that stole the bones, yeah.
Okay. What's going on with the fire?
You would see on the second story, at the front, there was that opening from where the kid had been pushed out the window, and that's where currently you can see the blaze raging.
So is the fire's actually in the building? It's not being started outside?
No, it's in the building.
I'll turn to Mobly and like, what has happened?
I don't know, but they're all still in there.
And I will run in.
Feel free. I'm not going to put you in initiative. There's nothing to fight.
Maybe you have to move unless you have to enable movement in the bottom, that module at the bottom. It'll be set to a fist, which is movement on your turn.
Oh, right.
If you change it to, I can't remember which one, but it will let everyone move. I'll be able to move Crowford too.
change it to... I'm just going to try the running man. No?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
No, you've
No,
You've-
it's
you've
it's
I was
on there.
clicked
clicking things, and it wasn't coming up with anything on my end because my computer is slow as fuck, and I still don't understand why.
it's changed to no movement.
So I've stopped touching things, and we'll see where it settles.
It's no movement now. It was on free movement, now it's on no movement.
I feel like it still has some to cycle through. No,
Movement's
no.
locked.
It's gone through about 6
Oh,
with
there you
moving. We're okay. Okay. Cool. So I'll try not to run straight into the fire. That moved me further than I wanted to.
You can see, yeah, smoke billowing from down the stairs.
From down the stairs?
Like, it's upstairs and the smoke is... You can
It's
see
starting to
that's
creep
the
down.
direction of the smoke.
I will shout out, is anyone in here? And where are you?
Oh, Milivoy will try and go back in with you. You have an ally there. He'll tell you over the roar of the flames. They're upstairs. The fire is upstairs. They are upstairs.
Kitchen's round the back, isn't it?
It is.
Do they have, like, taps and running water? Or would I need to go to a well?
Well, yeah, we've had wells in other buildings, so well. Yeah, people go to the town square to get the water from. Yeah.
Would they have, like, they've got children that they're probably going to be trying to feed and water. Would they have some kind of container in the kitchen, like a water barrel and or butt?
You don't know until you have a look.
But
But you're asking Milivoy. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. He'd say yes.
Okay. So with that, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be in the kitchen. So I will run round. I don't see any other fire downstairs, do I?
No, it's all. You can see it's coming from upstairs.
Okay. I think that's the kitchen. Or is it right at the back? I can't remember.
You walk into what looks like a bedroom, but you've now walked into her personal ensuite. So I would
That is-
100% say you could find something in there.
Okay. I'm going to grab any kind of linen, towels, movable fabrics.
You could do that in a bedroom easily, yeah?
Yep. And I am going to soak them with water.
For ease. Is that a well out the back? There is a well out the back. Well done, map maker.
Grab those.
I mean, you could maybe do one bed sheet with the residue from what's in that bathtub, but not every.
As I run back through, I'll throw that at Milivoy and be like, breathe through this.
Milivoy will do that, and he's going to make his way upstairs.
Oh, so that's what the kitchen is. Okay. And then, yeah, I will run out of that, go to the well, bucket of water, towels and stuff, wrap on round my face, and then I will run in and head upstairs as well.
look at you little firefighter.
Oh, for everyone to
I'm
see, I
not
have
going
to
to
bring
have
you
her
all
say
upstairs.
disadvantage for me choking on smoke. I refuse to. So I'm prepped. Sorry, I'm going up on one.
No, do, because my laptop's moving really slowly, trying to move I can't even move Millivoy upstairs. It's so slow.
Okay, well, I will then also run upstairs.
Alysandir, while I've got you, let's just get the stream as well. Can people see if I set everyone to be able to use what's his name? Crowford. Can everyone see through Crowford so I don't have to move everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've got a head of middle.
I think I'm stood in fire, but I can only see smoke.
Yes, so the first problem you're going to have is perception. So you're going to need to make a perception check. You can aid. Is there? Do you want to keep crying out for people?
Yeah.
Anything like that?
Yeah, I'm shouting for children.
Are you trying to get out of the smoke, Crowford? Yeah, can make a perception check, please.
22.
Bang on. You can hear children to your right and ahead. And behind you, but that's more distance. And
Okay,
it's
running
fire
up.
either way.
So right and ahead. So I'm just making sure I've got my directions correct in regards to running up the stairs.
Yes, so you run up the stairs and you can have from memory there was a door to your right and you know there's a door ahead.
Okay.
You sort of end up on a landing with lots of doors, but that's where the noise is coming from.
Very, very smoky. Where's the fire?
The fire is at the front where the originating point where that hole in the wall, in the window was.
Okay.
Bloody effect's very nice, but it'd be easier if you could see.
There we go. Okay. I will run up to the door and I will shout, "Get away from the door."
Which door?
The one that was right ahead.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to avoid creating a funnel of fiery doom. So the one right ahead, shout for the children to get away from the door to make sure any windows are closed.
They will be able, yeah, they can hear you. You would hear a small voice after a few seconds say, "The windows are closed!"
Stay back, stay down, and then I will step to the side and try and punt the door open.
Yeah, it's not been affected by the fire. You can get in.
Okay. So, run in whatever wet fabric I have. How many kids are in here? Please tell me there's kids and it's not from fucking vampires.
There is one older child, like a teenager, and she is cradling 2 babies.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much just gonna wrap her and the kids in a wet towel and get Milvoy to take them downstairs.
He can absolutely do that. I'm just gonna delete this smoke altogether so that my computer can run a bit fucking faster. Right, Milvoy is gone. Wait, dear. And children are gone. I have to do a thing, as that was one sort of choice that was made in that first room. Bear with. Good for him. Okay. That. How do I keep track of this one? There's just one of you. Alysandir, I need to keep track of people choking.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put you in initiative, even though there is no
That's
thing
fine.
going on, and like we'll say that was one action, and that's like one round, because
Okay.
that seems fair. You got in, got them out.
And
And
if we
then-
roll initiative, that's not going to mess up the other initiative.
Actually, no, I can do this without this. That was one round, so one thing happened. Okay, what do you want to do next?
Okay. Next room. I take it because I've already shouted, close the windows, get away from the door. Did I hear a response from any kids in this larger room to the right?
No, the fire is really fucking loud. If you would have had to be very close to the door. I mean, you were quite close.
I will just shout again then.
Do it again.
Get away from the door, close the windows.
Cool. They will do that. Oh, they'll say they've done that.
And then again, step to the side, open the door. Oh,
You will
fuck,
see-
that's what I'm doing here.
You will see Claudia and Myrtle is in here.
I will run up and grab Myrtle
Okay.
and hug her.
And there are 4 other children, and they are coughing and spluttering, and Claudia will say, we tried to go downstairs, but the fire, the smoke, it was too much.
I'll give them whatever else soaking wet stuff I have. Like I said, I would have got as much stuff as I could carry. So I'm hoping if there's a bed sheet that they can like tear up.
Ripped it up, yeah.
Cover your face
happy for that.
straight down the stairs.
I could say you could definitely get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of that. I might say that's it for a bed sheet, but
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then I'll just
Um,
by this point I've probably got a soaking wet shirt, so I'll just kind of pull that up over my face.
are you leading them down?
No, I am sending them down as
Sending
it
them
is.
down?
You said I heard shouts behind me, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Okay, let me take them off the map. If I just group them together, that might be easier.
I'll move myself out of the way.
Too many children.
To be honest, the track record of Barovia, I'm surprised there's any left.
Yeah.
And the Santa's doing really well on their own.
Yeah, you have a considerably higher success rate this time than you did at the old bone grind.
Hey, if I'd just been able to sneak in there by myself, you'd all still be alive.
I mean, they were stood at the top of the stairs.
I was going to climb all the way to the top. I got in okay.
I feel bad now because someone who doesn't need to breathe would have been quite useful here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has his MO. Vampires, man.
He does.
But if they're getting picked off as they're waiting outside, I should have told them to stay in the building, but I'm worried about smoke inhalation.
Character controls. Okay. So that's one round for the older boys, and the younger boy failed last time. And fails again.
Is Milavoy not coming back?
Sorry, would you like him to come back?
Yeah, I could do with an extra.
He'd probably come back in, see the others, and then help them.
No, I've told them to get out, and I'll tell them to send him back up.
That's okay. Have a Milavoy. Where the fuck did I
Yeah.
leave him? Where are you, Milavoy?
Right at the front with the others.
Why can't I see him?
Is the fire obscuring your view?
No, I can just see 4 children.
He's,
Well, two babies.
he's out the front on the game, the ground floor.
That's Milavoy, not a child. Yeah. Thank you for the ping.
All right.
I'll tell him to do exactly what he's just seen me do for the room across the way. The creepy room that had the creepy kid in it.
What have I just... Oh, wait. I just need to... Ooh, jammy. You don't know what's going on. Can you roll me, Alysandir, as you've now been exposed to the smoke for a fair amount of time, a con save with advantage because of your wet bed thing. Oh, why is it so slow?
Yeah, 21.
You are not choking.
This is why you do your fire safety training.
Oh, I didn't do one for her.
Kids don't play with matches.
Now's probably the wrong time to say I've never done fire safety training.
You should do some fire safety training, especially
Since my work burned down. And hilariously, the day it burnt down came like a few days. It burned down on a Wednesday, and on the Friday I asked about the fire exits. So that was very awkwardly timed.
I've done so much fire safety training. I still am not brave enough to be one of the fire wardens for our building, but I'm starting to think I could do it now. But then again, I'm not a 6-foot young strapping elven lad.
I am a fire warden.
Yeah.
Very
When you're a
important
DM,
job.
you're always fire warden.
It's a very, very important job where I just leave people out of the room, and then they ask me questions I can't answer. But I think I have authority because I wear a vest.
Yeah, it's the high vis.
It is. You just think, he knows what's happening. Nope.
The problem is, like, my old theatre that I was in burnt, well, the back half burnt down a couple of years before I joined. So it's like the fire alarm system got really hypersensitive and went off all the time. So whenever it went off, people would just go, "Oh, it's this again," doop-a-doop-a-doo, and walk out really slowly.
Yeah, our building, the fire alarm goes off quite a lot because we've got a court on the top floor. And now ours is like a 30-story building with a courtroom right at the top. And if anyone's ruling doesn't go the way they want, then quite often they pull the fire alarm. It's not fun evacuating a building with a few thousand people in it.
an offence, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Sorry, I made my checks. What would you like to do now?
So I've sent Milavoy across the way to check on this room over here. I'm gonna run in and shout and as loud as I can. I am hollering. I am thinking of losing Milton and Cedric and thinking that they died, finding out that Cedric did die, thinking about absence is absence. Everything is welling up, and I am scream shouting to find out where these kids are. Do I hear anything? Shall I roll a perception check? Do I hear anything from the room kind of middle to the left? And
Okay.
where is the perception?
Middle to the left, you mean in here?
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear anything there. The only place you're hearing... 17? Yeah, that's... No, that's fine. With the 17, you will hear it's coming from my king. Like, there's a... I don't know if you can see the door
Yeah.
on the other side of the fire.
Okay.
And
Is-
Milavoy will come out of that room and say there's no one in there.
Okay. How many are we missing? I'll ask Milavoy.
I wish there was such a thing as a maths check. He will say 1, 2, 3, 5.
5 what?
Children.
Boys, girls, children, babies, teenagers.
Two teenagers, 3 boys.
Okay. Is the fire completely blocking that door? Is there any space in front of the door that the fire does not currently contain, even if it's blocking my path?
It is completely blocking your path.
And completely blocking the door?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm going to Spider-Man the shit out of this. Back through this room, and I'm going to do my best to climb along the side of the building.
That's interesting. What is there anything you'd like Milavoy to do before you go?
Get downstairs and be ready to catch small boys falling out a window, because last time I did this, it ended terribly.
Alysandir is a thief, isn't he, as well? So
Yep.
you have a climbing speed.
Right, I'm gonna say that's fine. Oh, you have a climbing speed.
Yeah, thieves get second story work, so they have a.
Also, you can just walk around.
Yeah, I just normal. Yeah, I could do that in one turn. Like, not the running through and actually, if I run through and that's my that's my dash. Because have I also got bonus action dash at the moment? I think I do. I can't remember what level I am anymore.
Or
yes, I've got cunning action dash. So I'll cunning action dash. I can then and then climb round.
I will put you to sort of where the window is. And now you can see inside. There are well, from there you can see 4.
Okay.
But yeah, at the end of that round, I need to do another check. Sorry. I really wanted you to just Superman it through the fire.
I fully considered it. I was going to throw myself over the banister and like into the door if there'd been any space, but I'm
Fail.
You used the same tokens for Barovian children that I used in my one-shot.
I was going to point it out. Fail. Okay, let's do 1d6. Oh. And just like that, literally as you get to the window, it's almost comic. You see these spluttering, coughing children looking out of the window at you and that Milivoy below, screaming for help, and just they slump to the ground. Back to your turn.
I mean, they're dead. They can be revived. I'm going to break through the window and risk fiery vortex.
How do you break through the window?
Are there any bars on? No, they're...
No.
Ooh,
No, that was Lady Fox's house.
Fucking, dagger, turn it around so it's the hilt, smash it in the corner of the window.
Do an attack and damage. I'll just give it the DC and the AC of a very basic, like I've got ACs for doors.
Just standard dagger?
Yeah. Or, well, it's up to you.
15.
That hits. Damage.
Do I get a sneak attack? I think it's trying to roll 8 piercing
You
damage.
don't need it. You break the window. I'm also going to make you roll an acrobatics, or else you're going to scrape yourself potentially against the glass on your way in.
I don't think you'd even be thinking about it. But, okay. 11.
Yeah, you can have that. You've made it was a good enough hit. Most of the glass is gone. It's just around the edges. Yeah, you can. Can you get in, or do I have to put you in? There you go. There are 5 unconscious boys.
Okay. Now there's some option. I'm going to try and move them a bit closer to the window in the hopes that they might manage to breathe. And then I'm going to throw a mattress out of the window. I'm imagining they're not great, but I'm going to give like something to try and break their fall because last time the small child went smush.
That is absolutely fine. I'm going to say that's another round, but I don't need to do any checks because they're already... Basically, a round has passed. But yeah, they were already by... This is a window here, and Milivoy is standing outside the front of it, so...
Yeah, throw it down to him, try and get him to kind of attempt to catch the children as I throw them down. I'm literally going to try and hoik them out the window.
The 2 biggest ones were thinking something along these lines, except they were choking on smoke, so now they're unconscious. So they're the ones nearest the window. They are heavier. Can you do a strength check?
I am
How much can you lift? Do you know?
How do I even figure that out?
I don't know. DMs?
If you go into your inventory screen on D&D Beyond, it will have a thing that will say weight carried. If you click on that, it will tell you your carrying capacity and what you can push, drag, or lift.
Carrying capacity is 165 lb, is that pounds? And I can push, drag, or lift 330.
That should be fine, shouldn't it? That should be absolutely fine. Okay, so... Uno, I mean, it's just a child being thrown out of a window.
Where was that, Jim?
It's in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
I feel
don't-
like you've done
I
it.
don't
in
It's
a-
actually it's actually on the bottom of your Foundry sheet as well. How much weight you can carry,
Okay.
right at the bottom, under inventory. There's like a bar, and it'll say how much you can carry and what you're currently carrying.
And push and lift and drag
Yep.
is what the same.
Push is
It's kind of
Push it.
double.
Yeah.
yeah, I think push is double whatever your maximum is.
I'm just going to say you get them all outside. Are you climbing down?
If they're out of the way, I'll jump down.
Before you go,
I want to
can
get
you
out
just
of there.
can you just make me one more Constitution save? Because again, you were exposed to the smoke for some time there.
Okay. And I take it I haven't got advantage this time because it's been going on for long enough. It was so close to being a 1. It was so close. But 10.
Okay, please take 4 points of damage. What kind of
Okay.
damage? I don't know.
Just like death of my soul.
Yeah, cool.
I'm reliving various nightmares right now.
Right, let's get you all back out the front. Little hero. You have 5 unconscious children. But you have got every single one out. And that is partly because you went straight to the orphanage/church. I thought it was pretty much definite they were all going to die in the fire.
Yeah.
I mean, other people have died elsewhere, but
Oh yeah, but I care about our guys and Myrtle.
save the
As well-
children.
Linsky better be alright.
His monkey better be okay. He's dead.
He's probably dead.
He's missing an arm and 2 legs. He's
Let me
been
check my
turned
spreadsheet.
into a puppet.
You have a spreadsheet.
I have what would happen each. Yeah. Is Blinsky dead yet? Where is my spreadsheet?
Well, we don't need to know yet.
Yeah. That's something for you to find out. Okay, anything else you want to do, Alysandir? You have saved all of the children, all on your... Well, with Milivoy, but all on your own mainly.
I will get the old lady who was there, and now I can't see her.
Have I not saved her from the
Am
fire?
I on top of her? I might be on top of her.
I think she's.
I was on top of her.
Oh,
So I'll.
Alexander, you dog.
She's not much like.
Jumps out of the window, lands on the old woman.
And that is the fatality, like from the fire. Just the old lady. Yeah, I'll just try and get her and to help resuscitate the boys.
Yeah, she can start doing that. She will probably say to you, I can stabilize them, you go.
I'm still worried that a vampire is going to come and eat them all.
You can stay with them if you want.
I feel that that's what I might do.
You can send them all to the church.
No! I know there's a vampire there.
Yeah, but there's also healers there.
And if a
Yeah,
vampire
who could all
does
be
come
dead
to you,
momentarily.
what are you
You're
going to
in a
do?
residential. You're in a residential area. You can knock on some doors.
Yeah, I'll send them to a nearby house.
With vampires.
And then I will head over to try and save my peeps.
Where were we? And I'm going to St. Andrew's Church.
Jim, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, hello. I was saying, like an angel in our time of need, Alysandir just appears in the door of the church.
He'll walk up and he'll just be like killed instantly.
You have also won yourself an ally in Milivoy who will go with you.
Ah,
How old is Milivoy?
19?
Okay, so he's only like 3 years younger than Alysandir. He might have a new.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Get told off by the religious man.
Right, let's add you both to
No.
initiative. What have you guys been doing? I just saved 12 children.
I have just kicked some motherfucking ass. Even though I didn't actually get in any fights.
Hold my beer.
I mean, it's 10 o'clock, so nearly. I don't
Nick's gone.
We're in the middle of combat, and Nick's gone.
About 10 minutes ago.
I saw it pop up, but he'd
Yeah.
gone, so I didn't say goodbye.
Cool. It's not nice leaving a session mid-combat, is it? I don't know how you guys are feeling about Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
Having waited 3 weeks or however long it's been. Good job on the orphanage.
yeah, very well done.
Solo.
Oh, those kids could still die.
Well, yeah, but not through lack of effort.
Would it make it worse though if I have saved them and then they still die?
No.
Because now he's going to feel responsible for them. He only went back for Myrtle and... Oh, God.
You can't pick and choose.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you can. Some kids are more annoying than others.
And he collects responsibility. Especially as he had to drop more children out of windows.
A burning building again.
Worked out this time, though.
Children and burning buildings. Am I right?
It wasn't Cedric's fault this time.
And yeah, some children are more annoying than others, but the alternative is not abandoning them in burning building to die.
You go, you stay.
But remember when we were in Death House and like Alysandir walked up and the kids were outside and he was like, ugh, children, and wouldn't go near like the kids inside. And now he's like, I'm going to save all of the babies.
I'm going to pretend that the Cedric being very protective of a ghost child was kind of like an unusual turning point for Alysandir.
Yeah. Between that, it's all freaking Myrtle. He wanted to leave her at the orphanage and go, but we've hung around.
You can't leave Barovia if you can escape. You've just got too much adopted family now.
I'm taking Myrtle.
Yeah, he's even thinking about dating one.
Hey, he's within the age range. It's acceptable. I'm trying to remember how old Alexander is, but I think he's only like 21, 22.
That's what I remember, yeah.
So it's not whether they're even annoying or not. Alysandir's at the door saying, "No, you have to stay and burn. You're good looking. Come on, you can come."
I think it's just going to be. He doesn't know how he feels yet. He's still discovering himself, and this guy is running to a fire with him, and he's now running after a vampire with him. He
He's
needs
a good
something.
boy.
He also dug up
Yeah.
some bones and sold them.
Yeah.
Everyone
But
makes mistakes.
why did he do that? No one remembers? To pay some hunters to go after the boys that ran away. Like, not to kill them, to make sure they were safe and bring them back.
Yeah, just to save them.
Yeah.
He is a
Yeah.
good boy.
I really want to kill this vampire.
Yeah, I want to kill the vampire.
You're doing pretty good, but then I did forget that the whole, regenerate thing. But we'd only done a couple of rounds. Guess that's that. Sorry that was
Cliffhanger.
a bit, well, just a bit shit and jilted because you had to wait for me to work things out
Technical.
and put things
No
on
one's
maps.
fault.
Sorry for undoing all your prep by doing something else.
Yeah.
Right, that
What
is D&D, isn't it?
So what did you think we were going to do? Go to the inn and save Graham?
I thought you'd go to the town square.
Why?
Because of the concentration of people there.
You thought we were heroes.
Yeah.
Because you know people, you stay at the Blue Water Inn, there's Graham, but then there's the Martikovs, and there's always people milling about in the street.
There's enough people there that they can help each other. So we
So
went to the church and the children.
It's a good point, because wherever we'd have gone, somewhere else would have died. And if that Father Lucian had died, and he still might, then I can't cast Hallow.
No, it's quite a high level. I came across it in another campaign, and it was an item, and it needed so many rounds to activate, even as an item that had been like the spell had been pre-cast in the item so that it could be used somewhere, and it still took quite a long time.
the spell is precast in the item. He didn't do it. He's not that good a cleric.
Oh well, it doesn't matter if he dies. Then I can probably.
I didn't say that.
I could probably get that going. Forget the priest.
It's going to be interesting to see how we withstand a vampire siege, though. Effectively.
30 days of night.
Yep. We're all gonna die.
Olaf's pretty useless, to be honest.
He'll be fine.
No, I don't think he'll die. He's quite tough, but it's the magic users that are going to kill the vampire, not the melee classes. I think. So I think he'll just concentrate on shove, try and push it over.
Oh yeah.
It's the best.
And they're not even distracted or attracted to you because you've got no blood, or they
dead.
perceive you to have no blood, or
yeah, and probably not very tasty.
Yeah. I mean, Darzin looks quite soft and tasty, and
does he though?
Saw that wine blood.
Yeah.
That was really clever casting. He was going to be the main target because he is the softest boy.
Yeah. I thought, I've got all this armor on. I'm going to be hard to kind of get through anyway. And I've got a little bit of strength. Milton's got some strength. He's got a few points in strength. There's a chance he could kind of get out of a grapple or anything. I thought Dazin's the main course here.
There was a point. I think I opted to use Magic Missile against it, but I very nearly used Dissonant Whispers because it does more damage. It'd have been like 3d6 rather than 3d4. If it failed a Wisdom save. But an added effect of that is it has to use its reaction immediately to move as far away from you as it can. And I was like, oh, if I use that, it might run into the pews with everyone else. I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that one.
I forgot there were other people to fight there. Thanks, Jim.
Oh.
You never know. We might get like the odd one or two people who are like, this is a vampire. We should probably kick the shit out of it.
Juicy, juicy blood that I can use to regenerate my vampire.
Regenerates enough on its own.
It doesn't need the blood, no.
No, it's going to be like
It's like the ice troll.
The New Yorkers in Spider-Man on the train, and they'll just lift us up and say, no, you got to get through us.
And it will say, fine.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's near enough how it happened in the Spider-Man thing, wasn't it? It was just like, okay, boom.
Yeah, I think so, actually.
Ugh.
Are you still streaming?
Oh, I shall stop it. Do you want to say anything before we go?
Sorry, that's probably the shittest session I've run.
Oh, mate.
Oh, it was delightful still. Technical issues happen.
Yeah, there's technical issues, and then there's, oh, I could have foreseen that you might do that. I just didn't. I didn't prep it because I haven't really had much time, but I still thought we could go ahead and we'd be okay. We weren't okay.
We
were
You know what?
fine.
I was just thinking about that. You as the GM probably know that getting the bones back to the church is going to do bugger all, and that's probably why. But we didn't realise that, which I think is why we went straight for the church. So I think that's all it was. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Were you not there for that bit where I learned that it would do bugger all with you?
Yeah. Well, exactly. Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's a journey that we are taking together.
It is. It is. Right, I'm going to stop the stream then. Bye.
Bye-bye.